Well, despite the appeal that it holds from a poetic standpoint, I dare say that rock and roll is a very poor foundation for the building of a city.
Well, listen, that's Jefferson's Starship?
It is, in fact, yeah. The former Jefferson airplane after they got 80s and awful.
And then they were just Starship at one point even?
Let's not speak of that.
And I wouldn't trust them to build anything, let alone a city.
Well, certainly
based
not.
on your foundation analogy there.
Absolutely not. I mean, if Venice is sinking, think what is happening.
Well, I think it's just a metaphor. It's a very poor metaphor.
It's not meant to be taken literally. My mistake. Oh!
Well, we're off and running here. I didn't hear a bell, but I don't think it matters. Eli Everfly from the Santino's Brothers School in California.
Oh!
And I tell you, man, people in GCW don't fuck around. They get right down to business.
Right out the gate. Some impressive gymnastics. The Kerry Stroke of indie wrestling. Oh!
Holy shit! I do not like the way Tony Deppen landed on that one.
I didn't see it, but he was perfectly up and down when I last saw him. That can't have been good.
Tony Deppen won that badass belt. See that title belt?
That's Xtreme.
That's goddamn fucking 3D it's coming off, man. It needs some stickers or something on it.
Absolutely.
Tony Deppen won that in a 4-quarter elimination back in October. Has defended it at every GCW event since. Eli Everfly made his debut right around that same time in that 4-way. And one more time qualified. Is that 4 rotations on the head scissors?
Extremely impressive.
Both men were trying to get the better of each other. Deppen came up on the winning end of that exchange. Quick cover.
Tony Deppen a bit mouthy. Throwing the F word out there a little more than is necessary in my opinion, but
again, I think he's the Xtreme champion because very few guys come out here with the intensity in his eyes. He seems like such a mild-mannered dude when you get to see him before the show. But once that show begins, off the bottom rope there.
And young Eli Everfly, a little more diminutive, but certainly a precision attacker. Very impressive. His aerial assault.
I hate to say something like this, because these sort of comparisons, could end up biting a guy in the ass, but Eli Everfly reminds me back in 1995 when ECW brought in guys like Rey Mysterio Jr. or Psychosis. He's got that sort of, that movement, he's got that sort of aerial ability, and it's his first opportunity to be in the United States on the East Coast, where more people are going to get a chance to see him. If he can win here.
He's got a tall order. Tony Deppen, a very impressive competitor. And as you can see there, although he avoids it.
After a
what do we got here? Ooh, sort of a 450 over the ropes. Well, you don't know what he was going for. That's purely speculative.
There you go. I'm with Eli Everfly. You see him, he's dumping garbage on those people that were saying negative shit about him, but he's also getting some chairs as well.
That's the best way to deal with your critics. Oh! Throne chair to the skull of Tony Deppen, the Xtreme champion.
Now, the one good thing I'll say, at least for Tony Deppen in this, there doesn't appear to be anywhere very high for Eli Everfly to climb up on. At the last event that I was at here in Allentown, there was a giant, it must have been about 3 stories up. He climbed the stairway all the way up and dove off and onto his opponent, Unbreakable Andy. And
goodness gracious. Now, was he successful in breaking him?
He did break him, yes.
Oh, my word.
Oh, shit!
Bam Bam Bigelow, a man to whom Tony Deppen has often been compared.
Well, those were the section of fans that Eli Everfly did throw garbage on earlier.
Right, so they probably had it coming. Tony Deppen in the unusual position of being the the larger man, the powerful, the most
the
powerful.
fans just
end of the
threw him
crowd.
back.
It's like a rock concert.
Deppen was going out after him, but the fans threw him back.
Do you imagine he was groped on the way back to the ringside area? I would say he was.
Well, listen, it's we're not supposed to talk about that sort of thing, all this groping and everything else, but I certainly would have cropped the field. Absolutely.
Yeah, both of us. The opportunity presents itself. Oh.
Deppen now starting to chop it. Oh, just a back elbow. And also, I say no countouts I hear, obviously. That's a good thing.
Oh, my.
And for a second time, Deppen launches Eli Everfly into the crowd.
These two gentlemen are turning this wrestling event into a crowd surfing bonanza.
Oh, no. There's not as much room over here as it seems to be.
Someone's thrown at me. I'm not gonna lie. I will not put my hands up to catch it. I was at a Warp Tour.
When you are lifting them back up, we will cop a field off.
I was at a Warp Tour in 9th grade, and I tried to gorilla press my friends into a crowd surf. It didn't work. He just elbowed someone in the face and bloodied their nose and got beat up for it. I took no responsibility and quickly vacated the scene. Apropos of nothing.
Back in the ring, just Deppen kick to the face on Eli Everfly. He's got a ladder in the ring. Got to be at least a 9-10 foot ladder there.
Certainly.
Move this garbage!
Royal blue, if I'm not mistaken.
That looks like it's seen some better days, and I don't think it's going to make it out of this contest. I'll be completely honest with you, Danny. Nice reversal there into a diamond cutter.
Bang.
Bit of desperation there out of Eli Everfly. And I don't think there's a definitive favorite here amongst the crowd. I think the fans just want to see a hell of a match, and that's what they're seeing.
They're both incredible athletes. They're both putting off some incredible maneuvers. So, big knee to the head.
Deppen striking defensively here. Gets caught, shoves Everfly off.
No. He denied him both physically and verbally. Oh, step in Spanish fly. Is that what I saw?
That's absolutely what you saw there. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life.
Neither me.
Everfly is shocked that that did not put Deppen away.
I like that Everfly doesn't waste the time and energy to reach all the way to the mat to clap, where he can just slap his own chest.
He's looking for something.
Unnecessary stretching. It's hurting the hamstrings.
There's already a ladder in the ring. I just used that.
It's the kind of athletic insight I can provide to this.
Oh, and he's got a door. Then I have to ask you, when did doors become the more preferred thing to put people through instead of tables?
Well, when the table economy got to the point where they were exorbitantly expensive, the door economy skyrocketed.
I would assume a door would be more expensive than a table, but what the hell do I know?
What the hell do you know?
Not much.
I was just stolen from a local church, but...
Yeah, but put the brakes on there, did not go head first through that door.
Tilt-a-whirl into a... No, my word! And that ladder just folded, didn't it?
And when he launched Everfly, he launched him high up on that ladder. I thought he was going to go over the ladder to the outside.
I did as well. I don't know if you know this, but OSHA does not rate ladders for the weight of a man slamming against it. It's not actually something they take into account. So we're in uncharted territory here.
And there's a sticker on there that says for store use only.
Right.
So that's definitely an illegal ladder that's not supposed to be here.
This is shady. Outlaw wrestling. Tony Deppen misjudges because of his depth perception being. He's known in the wrestling industry for poor depth perception. At 12 feet out, he can only read the second line of the chart.
As that ladder bridged from the ring to the guardrail.
Big pinwheel kick, hopping over. Some parkour. That's a French word, I know French.
Parkour is French?
Yeah.
Everfly fighting for his life. Here's what he's doing.
Certainly is. Tilt-a-whirl attempt. Back in the ring. Saved himself. Big kick to the head. All shin. Ouch. Oh, my word. Well, that can't be good for his calcaneus bones.
I don't know who got the worst of that one as that Everfly go over. Looks like he hit the ladder first, but he was definitely in control of the move, and Everfly's up first.
He's up to his feet. Surprisingly durable, this one. Is that a big Insiguri? Enziagiri?
I tell you, there's a lot of folks around ringside here with pictures. GCW, while being one of the last true outlaw promotions here in the United States, everyone wants to see and get history being made of what's going on here. Eli Everfly throwing chairs into the ring now.
Well, you're not wrong about GCW being outlaw promotion. They really are the Waylon Jennings of professional wrestling. Someone handed me a bottle. I'm probably not supposed to say that on commentary, but I've already done so.
I tell you, Smart Mark Video are certainly enablers.
Fucking right there. Rude, rude. Well, we got 4 chairs set up, as if perhaps we were going to have a conference.
Now setting that door up. He's got quite the contraption set up here in the center of the ring.
Doubly elevated.
You know, I tell you, I thought this was going to be the one match on the whole show that wasn't going to, take it to, this extreme, this ultra-violent sort of level with the chairs and the doors and the ladders. I'm surprised.
I didn't know what to expect except a whole lot of moves that I could never fathom doing. But I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far. He got quite worked up with that.
Deppen going nuts with those slaps.
Goodness.
Holy shit!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and still your GCW Xtreme Champion, Tony Deppen!
What an impressive display by both gentlemen. I dare say extreme.
Deppen definitely earned this victory. He earned that title. Eli Everfly put up a hell of a fight, but maybe next time.